here's another game I want to bring up. This game is called MVP, okay? So, we had two teams. We had the attacker team, which will be represented by the small thumbs, and we had the defender team, which was me. And then we had my other players here. So we'll take this me, we'll make this other players with the thumbs up, and there you are, okay? So what happened was I wanted these guys to flank up here, take them there, flank here, take them there. So if we had them, as I could take the R-spec, I would run back here with the long range shooting uphill. And even though I do not have, I mean I've got a good 50 feet up, and I do not have upper lateral. I have longer range weapons. These guys only had weapons that could shoot maybe 65, 70 flat at most. I had a pistol that on a lucky shot could shoot 130 and could shoot in the 110s, 120s. Okay. I gave my other teammate one of the super veloce retaliators. That means he could shoot about 90, 85, 95, 100 flat. I'd say about 90 flat average, I'd say. Okay, so we were pretty well armed. We had perimeter. But what happened? What ended up happening is I turned my back, they're running, and what do? These guys are up here, and the other guys follow me. So as you know, all it took, because this is an upper lateral, there's no way I can run up in time to catch them, or them to run up in time to catch them. A few of their teammates went here. I got 2 kills, one with the bow again, the other with the R-spec retaliator. But by the time that we got done with them, it started to look like this. And they met their objective, which was about right around, I'd say, here, and they won. So what happened was we didn't divide and conquer. So that's the way I would play it. I would have it so, okay, you got your long range guy, the guy with the long shot, the guy with the gun with the bragging rights. Let's put it that way, and make sure it's a repeater, okay, not a rotating barrel. May it be, unless of course you're talking about a Max Air 6 or a Max Air 10 that's really souped up, or you know, or a gun with a hopper that can shoot at least 120 flat. Okay, cool. Okay, so this guy, even though you have the hill, these guys are gonna ha ha ha! I'm on top of the hill. I'm king of the mountain. I'm MVP. And all of a sudden, this guy's just meow meow, and then they'll just break to shit. Well, that didn't happen. When I shot them, broke to shit. They went that way, and these guys were here. So if these guys were here and they broke to shit trying to run that way, I run up here, go that way. Well, more like an angle like that, so they can't go here. Probably in the amphitheater, still shooting. So if they decide to run down, I could pick them off. Okay, because on this amphitheater, there was a path here, there was a path here, and there was a path all the way to the path here. Okay, so and then you had another path going there. Okay, basically I had them. So if anybody ran over here, they can adjust and go there. There were 2 teammates. If they went here, I would just go farther back here. Basically, we would have boxed them in like a checkmate. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Okay, so remember that there is an illusion with upper laterals, but if it's a really good one, they have a lot less chance. Unless your shooter doesn't even plan to engage you within 10 feet. If he doesn't plan to engage you within 10 feet, and he just wants to get middle ground, and he just wants to shoot his long shot, boom, 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 eventually he'll get you. And if you try to run past here, he can still run up. So if you're a long-range shooter, you actually don't want to try, if someone's already got the higher ground, you don't want to try to also get the higher ground. You want to get the lower ground. Why? And you want to cross them. Why? Because you have enough defense to run down here, you have enough defense to shoot up here, so, you know, your range is no longer an issue, and you can quickly run here if they're down there and get the upper lateral and trick them into having the lower position where they can't charge you as easy, and then pull out a rapid strike, pull out a strike, run down and just and get them. Okay? So, one thing I was going to try to do in this game was I was going to try to trap people over here. This didn't happen, by the way. I was going to try to trap people over here, and because I got a blaster that could shoot 150 right here. Easy, 150. Okay, maybe not that day. It was really going like boom, boom, like it didn't have enough, it didn't have enough of a seal on it, and as you know, and people argue with me about seals, but on this blaster especially, you want seals because you want to use every little bit of air. That's just my opinion, okay? I could easily tilt this maybe 5 degrees and probably hit where they're at. Pretty sure. I know an arch shot with this is about 210. So, and I know I wasn't going to use 210 at all, and at that range you can't hit anything. But it's just more panic fire, and even then, sometimes you do nail them. And if it's a bow, one hit, hey, it's a good chance. So I was going to wait for them to go here, be stuck here. And then right here, you got this path. You got another one running, I think, over here, like so. And pretty much you got some, again, fluffy trees here, 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 here. I think there's another one there, there. Okay, you got a creek. Unfortunately, what they got is a fence. They can't go past it. So if you got somebody past here, unless they're swimming for it, they ain't getting out. Okay? So I was going to try to hit him here. Now, because this area right here, okay, is probably about, I'd say, 90 feet wide. Okay? If you got a blaster that can go, even if you got a blaster that can go 50 and 50, you're doing good. Okay? If you got a blaster that can shoot 50 flat and 50 flat. So basically, when you're shooting and you're crossing a line, remember to calculate this in effective range. If you got a blast that can shoot 160, like an Explorer or something, calculate about 110, 120. Okay? But if you calculate 110 to 120, you got a 200-foot field where you could possibly hit people, or nobody can get past you. So what you can do here is you can play Lawnmower Man. You can take your flat shooting gun, and you can basically, anybody that goes back, just shoot them. And you can probably have your homies back here with either strikes or rapid strikes or what have you, and just have them either in front of you like this, and you're just mowing them down, and they're getting everybody who's trying to get you, or just back you up. Period. Especially if you still have a guy, one of their teammates over here, who are probably going to try to run in and save them, and then that turns into, in my case, that would turn into probably 90, 90, 90. When this gun's firing really good, I've got a good 90 feet where I know I can hit them, no problem. Okay. Well, if their blaster can only do 85 flat, period, or if their blaster could only do stock elite ranges, or maybe a little better, if they get within your line of death, let's say you got 90 effective, and you've got 120 average flat, because you gotta remember darts get a little wild. Okay, you got that, and you're here. Okay, and this guy right here, he's got a rapid strike, and it's doing 75 flat, and probably, because of its higher rate of fire, probably 65 effective. So his ratio of effective fire is higher simply because he's got a full eye. Okay? Okay. That guy's still back here. See that? You see that? You still got a good 25 feet between him and him. And even if he gets closer, those darts are really dodgeable. So this is how I sort of play a lot. Even when somebody thinks they outclass me, and people always get cocky with their rapid strikes or their stampedes, that's what it is. And when you first see it fire, you know what it can do, what it can't. Yeah, you see what I'm saying. So it's really good to protect somebody like that, even if he doesn't have the rate of fire, which does bring down his effective range. It's still more range. Okay. And that's the argument I have with people all the time. So at anywho, this is Chris Cartaya. I'm going to probably break this up into a part 1 and a part 2, simply because it's a long video, but it's a good video, because people need to know a little more strategy. I see a lot of people lacking strategy. Okay, the divide and conquer is good if you've got like your high rate of fire people here, and on the other side of them you've got your long range fire, maybe escorted by a guy with a strife or something. And you can box them in. That way you're covering your ambush guys, and that's how it works. So, and I've done that across parks where I've just arched shots, and like, basic Nerf would go in and shoot somebody with a stampede, and I would just boom, boom, from literally 120 feet away, and I would just clobber them, okay? And I would fire something like this in really rapid succession. So, anywho, take care, have a good day. And I hope to see you later. Don't go change.